YouTube? It is Charles here, and today I want to talk about a new one from IDW Dark. It is A Quiet Place Storm Warning #1. This book is great. I never saw the Quiet Place movies. I heard about them, but I never saw them. But this right here is a great story if you're familiar with the franchise or not. And one thing I particularly like what they've done with this story is it's not just about the monsters and the impending doom that is facing this small community that is essentially an island in the middle of Mississippi. But small community politics. You know, you would think that when you have a smaller group of people and a lot of people in charge are from the same family, that things will go smoothly, but being in Wyoming and visiting smaller towns, that's not the case. It's that closeness and that familiarity that breeds conflict and really muddies the waters of progress in these small communities. And so you have not only this impending disaster of these mysterious monsters coming into this community, but you have the fire chief, the volunteer fire chief, and the mayor having a conflict that I compare to Jaws. About the mayor wants to keep everybody calm. She wants to keep traffic moving. The fire chief wants to blow the bridge because these things cannot swim, and he wants to take every precaution. And a big disconnect between the two is that he is the sibling of the mayor. And so there's that extra layer, and she's always talking down to him, and she's mad because he insisted on buying an expensive fire truck. So he is very pragmatic and overly cautious, while she is more hopeful and optimistic. In my view, blindly optimistic, foolishly optimistic. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers because it is a very well written story, very well drawn story, but that conflict is, to me, the monsters are the secondary conflict, but more this small town dynamic between the volunteer fire chief and the mayor and the community and the different people that you have. And you get to meet all these people who have these different fears and frustrations. I will give away one plot point that I found interesting is the fire chief's son is special needs, and in the quiet place, these monsters, they hunt through sound. So the only way to avoid them is to be quiet. But with his son's special needs, he involuntarily makes noise when he's agitated. And so he is extra freaked out, extra scared, and he wants to go overboard because he's taken everything that he's heard from around the surrounding communities very, very seriously. And the mayor sees it as just a bunch of hype and worry. I really enjoyed this book. I think that, a trap that a lot of these books get into is that when you have a big franchise, people feel like you can coast on it and not produce a quality story. But this is a very, very quality story that actually makes me want to go back now and see the original source material. So check it out. A Quiet Place Storm Warning #1 from IDW Dark. If you like the content and you want to help support it, you can hit up my Buy Me a Coffee with the QR code on the screen right now. I will see you next time on more comic book reviews. Until then, keep reading them books. I'm out.